Yo, I can't believe the military really railroaded me. The feeling of not even seeing it coming, man, it really had me shook. Even now, I'm just shaking just thinking about it. Like, it's really crazy. They really put me in that position. Yo, welcome back to Military Bred, where we talk about military things on a whole nother level. I'm your host, Patrick Montgomery, aka Mont. If this is your first time tuning in to the channel, please like and subscribe. Click the bell notification to be notified whenever new content is being uploaded. Let's get down to business. If you ever think the military has your back, to any degree, go ahead and stop it right then and there. You can ask anybody in the military, and I guarantee they will attest to the point that the military is the shystiest people you will ever come by. And I'm gonna tell you why. You can think that everything is sweet. You can be doing all you know how. You can be the best soldier you can possibly be. But if you ever get on that chopping block for one thing, if you mess up on one thing, oh, get ready for them to throw the book at you. And it's so crazy because normally when somebody stabs your back, your first intention is to get them back. But the worst thing about it, you really can't do that in the military. You really got to just lay there and take it. It's crazy, but legit, you got to lay there and take it. And I don't care whoever tell you like, all right, you can fight, you can do this, you can do that. Chances are, if you call yourself trying to fight in the military for your rights or whatever you believe, get ready to take that L, because you finna lose it. Like, the military has this one saying I used to hear all the time, perception is reality. So whatever they perceive you to be, you might as well take it for what it's worth. If they perceive you of being a problem, if they perceive you of being a threat, you might as well get ready to get it, because you finna get it. Like, again, they're gonna throw the book at you. They gotta make an example out of you. They gotta show that next person, before you make this mistake, you better look at him. Like, it's really that bad. Even now, just thinking about it, with my situation. So check this out. I was finna take a trip to, I think, California or whatever. I had just got back from Korea. And I'm finna get ready to go on leave, but you know, you have to go on post or whatever to check out. So I'm going on post or whatever. I got the rental car or whatever. I'm pulling up at the gate. Normally, when you finna get a roadside inspection, they'll kind of point over at another direction. You gotta go to this location or whatever and get out and let them check your car or whatever. So I'm moving over, getting ready to get in that lane, and I start kind of reaching in the glove box or whatever to find the registration, because I'm in a rental yet again. And I open the glove box and I see a pack of cigarillos, and I'm like, oh God, please don't tell me it's something in here. Like, at this point I'm shaking, because I'm like, yo, I'm from the South. I know what people do with these things. I know they bust these things down and fill them. Like, is it really gonna be one of those times? And the whole time, like, the closer I'm getting to this gate, like, my anxiety going through the roof. I'm panicking. I'm like, what do I do with this? I want to throw it out the window, but then again, what if I throw it out the window and they see it? I don't know what to do. So I done grabbed it, and little did I know, like, I'm pulling up. I was like, well, shoot. As soon as they make me pull up, I'm gonna grab everything and I'm gonna hold it. Man, as soon as I grabbed everything, had it in my hand, just standing on the outside of the car, they were like, one dude pointed out, he was like, hey, all that stuff in your hand, just put it in the trunk. I'm like, man, it's finna get bad. So I done stepped over and put everything in the trunk. Now I'm standing off to the side. They still checking the car. One of the dudes got to the back and looked at the stuff. He saw the cigarillo pack. He looked up at me, and I'm just like, dang, it's really finna get bad. So he done looked at the other dude or whatever and told him to come over. Now both of them just kind of fumbling through the things I done put in the trunk. And next thing I know, the dude put me in hand, cause he told me to turn around, put my hands behind my back. I'm like, dude, what's going on? Tell me, all right, I'm gonna need you to sit on this curb. So I'm sitting on the curb, just like, man, it's really finna get tough out here. They done brought the I think it's like an experiment team, whatever. They came on site, tested whatever was in the pack, and whatever it was. Next thing I knew, I was in the back of the police car. Like they were driving me to the police station. Then they took me there, done booked me, got me barefooted in this cold cage. And I'm just like, everything just kind of going through my head. I'm like, damn, my girl don't even know I'm locked up. Like, what's really finna happen? What's finna go on? I done been in there forever. Like, they really got everything going through my mind. Next thing I know, my squad leader coming to pick me up. As soon as he picked me up, man, the ride over there was so quiet. It was so quiet. I think one time he asked me, he was like, man, what did you do? So I told him the whole situation. Like, he ain't really say nothing. He ain't give me no kind of input. So I done made it to the company. As soon as I get in, I see the first sergeant of the commander. And they just short answering me and really not giving me too much information. But it was like, well, I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do from here. We're gonna go ahead and piss test you, and then I'm a flag you, and until everything come back, then we'll reassess the situation. So I'm like, all right, whatever. But at this point, I kid you not, the feeling of how it was in that room, it was so different. Like, my company has always looked at me of being that guy, the person to go to if they ever need something done. But now it felt like everything kind of shifted. Like, everybody was like looking down on me or whatever. I could feel that from my commander them. But even moving forward from the situation, it was like everybody started treating me different because of what was done. And I'm just like, at the end of the day, it's not even my fault. Like, I'm in a rental. I can't, if I'm in a rental, how in the world I'm gonna know what's in here? Like, I ain't think about checking this thing before I got it. But even so, then they didn't even give me the benefit of the doubt. They immediately jumped to the conclusion that this is what it is. But back to the story, these people had me barred, flagged, or whatever for a year and a half. Now, the crazy thing with the situation, the person that gave me the UA ended up getting out the military. So they got out the military. They never turned my urinalysis in. Never turned it in. Had no record of it on paper. So I'm like, so you mean to tell me for a year and a half I've been waiting, but it wasn't nothing happening? This is the information I'm getting after like a year or so. So I was like, all right, the dude got out. Yeah, we're trying to get in contact with him. When we get in contact with him, we'll let you know as everything progresses. So they keep trying to get in contact with him. They never got in contact with him. So apparently they sent somebody to his house. They found him. But in the middle of finding him or whatever, they done found a garage full of pee. So this dude was being a hoarder in pee. I don't know what he was doing with that pee. Maybe he was saving it for drug tests or whatever outside the military, or maybe he even just had a fetish for pee. Maybe. But they ended up bringing the dude back in just to kick him out. Like, it made no sense whatsoever. But back to my situation, I'm thinking because I done been flagged and barred or whatever for a year and a half, like, y'all finna say time served, like, you good to go, like, don't even worry about it. These people done called me in after all that stuff was situated, and reading me the Article 15 in which I was getting, because first you get the reading and then they go back in and let you know what they decide. So I came in talking to the commander. Well, the commander brought me in or whatever. I'm standing at parade. Well, not parade. Was I at parade rest or position of attention? I think position of attention, because I think that's how you got to be. So I'm standing in front of the commander, and he reading everything off. He was like, well, we're going to give you 45 days extra duty, reduction to E1. We're going to take we're going to take pay. I forgot how much of money it was. And then it was like a recommendation to be kicked out of the army. I'm like, these people really trying to end my career over something that wasn't even my fault. Like, it really got to that point. But then like legit, man, I really had tears in my eyes. I ain't want to cry though, but I had tears in my eyes. I was like, yo, it's really finna go down like this. Like, it really got to this point. And after the reading of whatever I love, and I'm just thinking like, yo, it's really going to this point. So I had to go home or whatever. Next day I came back to actual get the, it felt like a sentencing, but it came back in, and they were like, they read me everything again, and then they were like, all right, instead of giving you all that, we're going to dismiss that, but we're going to give you 7 days of extra duty. No, it wasn't 7 days. I think it was like 14 days extra duty. And, you know, you'll stay in or whatever, but you can't do anything else. It's almost like probation. So as long as I don't do anything else or mess up within a certain time frame, you know, I was good to go. I think it was like 6 months. But aside from that, the only reason I got that was because I was cool with my brigade sergeant major. Like, he the one that kind of stepped in to help me even be able to stay in the military. That's why I said before, it's great to have certain people on your team because it's going to help you out of sticky situations. But aside from that, that's why you should never get comfortable in the military. Like, I ain't saying this to scare nobody, but it's the fact of the matter, like, these people don't really care. You ain't nothing but another number. Like, for me, I was the best soldier I can possibly be. Again, I did everything that I was supposed to. I was always accountable. I always showed up on time. I always did great in PT. I did all this stuff, but you mean to tell me one offense that I had no, it wasn't even my fault, but at the same time, y'all crucifying me. So I'm saying, I said all that to say this: don't ever allow yourself to believe that these people got your back and they don't. As quick as somebody on the street will cross you, the military will cross you the same way. So cover your six. I mean, cover your back. Like, legit, you gotta cover your back, especially in regards to certain people. In the military, you know when people don't mean you no good. You know when somebody is wishing on your downfall. But don't allow yourself to be a victim. Keep yourself aware of what's going on. And that's real. Keep yourself aware of what's going on. Don't allow yourself to be a victim. You're just another number. But with that being said, just continue to pay attention, learn. The military is a process. But if you can't remember nothing else from me, hey, like the song, baby girl, don't you ever get too comfortable in the military. Always stay one step ahead. But with that being said, thank you for tuning in to Military Bred. Once again, please like and subscribe. Click the bell notification to be notified whenever new content is being uploaded. Man, I'm heated. I need to calm down a bit. Hey, Military Bred, let's eat.